Hey guys, today I have a big issue that plagues Skyblock's updates, and I'm gonna look at it from an endgame perspective since I feel like that is the best way. But first off, we're gonna round all the way back to July and look at the fishing update, which is the first big update to Skyblock. This update was definitely number one in my opinion. Out of all the updates I have played so far, this one lasted me the longest, which was really interesting. It was just fishing. All they did was add new fishing loot and different enemies that would spawn at certain fishing levels with a percent chance for them to spawn, which sounds really weird, but it was actually really fun. People would spend hours trying to get a water hydra or sea emperor. It was very fun, you know? People did this, kept doing this, all the way up to the end update, which we'll get to in a minute. But for me, I put a lot of time, I sunk a lot of time into this. I put maybe 10 hours a day for 2 weeks plus, and it took me that long to get a full diver set by picking up the Emperor Skulls, which to me, that was like, beating this update. I never got a flying, or a shredder. Flying fish was an out back then. Now I was fishing a sea, so I never got a shredder. But it took me that long to complete this update. And in my eyes, this is definitely one of their better updates. I really think they should go back and make another fishing update, because that would be really good. So after that, we have the end update. And the end update was our first taste of hard content, I guess you could say. Because we go down to the end, and I don't know if you guys remember, it's been a long time since, it's been a year since the end update. But when the end first came out, it was a very scary place. Everyone was scared of all the mobs. They were horrifying. Even in full divers, which is the best set at the time. Like, best talismans, every single talisman maxed out. You were getting destroyed. Like, it was really weird. No one even knew how to spawn the dragon at first. Eventually, everyone sorted that situation. People spawned the dragon, no issues. Slowly we'd fight them, build up our gear. But all in all, it took me like less than a week to max out a superior set. Which I still have. If you happen to look at my Skylia, you will see that the date on my armor is just a few days after the update. Which is kind of not good if you ask me. Like, it should took me much longer to do it. And I think I might have bought one piece too. That's because I got unlucky and to sell one. But yeah, either way, it should have been a lot longer. One of the ways they could have made the end update better and just made it last longer was make dragons never drop pieces. Now I know you guys say, Ice, why would they do that? That doesn't make sense. Well, it's just the rewards are really awkward, and that would make people only place one eye, and then placement wouldn't matter, and stuff like that. And then AOTD just kind of randomly giving out to someone who placed an eye or something like that. But I'm not here to talk about, like, update balancing. I'm just talking about how long these updates last. Next is the Slayer update, which came in October, I believe. This was quite a bit after the Dragon update, and was a surprise. It was also followed by the Spooky Festival, which again was not that bad, but we'll get that in a minute. We'll go over here to the Slayer NPC now. This update, I will say, is unlimited content, which is something I think they need to strive for. I'm finally claiming this quest. But, they added 3 new Slayer tasks, and just like when the end update came out, this was really, really hard to do. If anyone remembers, it took teams of players to beat, like, a Revenant 4. And cheesing it in the underground, deep cavern lava, like, this stuff was hard, and it was funny and fun, and I miss these old days of Skyblock where the new content was challenging, which we kind of got to experience that with Lore 4, but I'll get to that very last. So yeah, and people couldn't even kill tarantulas at all. Like, it took a full team of like 10 people to try to take one down. Eventually, people got it sorted out, I was also, rank 1 Wolf Slayer at one point. But not to toot my own, or I can't speak, toot my own horn at all, but this was a good update. Now, I know you hated on this stuff. The RNG is very, 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 very bad. I still have never gotten an overflux, so, very bad. If they ever bring a Slayer, please, 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 no really bad RNG. But I would put Slayer probably number 2 or number, I mean, I know it's listed 3 updates so far, but I would totally put Slayer number 2 or number 3 as in, like, how good it was. Really good idea, good concept, good difficulty on release, took time to get used to it, lasted a while. Definitely rate it as well as fishing, for like how good it lasted. But yeah. So as time went on, we didn't really receive many updates. We got the Jerry Island spooky event, but those didn't really last. Like, once you cleaned out the shops, they were pointless. Like, you do them, and that's it. You clear the shop, you can run them for money, but besides that, you have no reason to farm them anymore, which is, to me, not very exciting. Eventually, we got the pet update, got the traveling zoo and other stuff, and a bunch of pets, which is something we were waiting for a while. It's not what we ended up being expecting, but it was really interesting. Was it an update with lots of content? No. Like, at the end of the day, it wasn't, which is unfortunate. Like, they added the Ender Dragon, which is really hard to get. I still never got one. Again, I am not here to rant about RNG, but dear God, these things are really hard to get. But yeah, no really new content besides like maybe like just trying to get legendary, which is, you know, they're just craftables. It's not something you grind. Until finally we are, you know, in August now. A month ago they released dungeons. Finally, we've been waiting since September last year. Finally been out for a month. Was really easy on release, which kind of expected, but people sorted it out. No issue. Floor released. People like, I struggled the first day, first night, and then I was just kind of like, it's 2PDs now. I do it in 5 minutes, just like floor 3. So, you know, but will it last? That is the question. So it's been 1 month now, and me and definitely a bunch of other people are feeling very burnt out. I think the best way to look at it is go look at how many clears I have compared to like now and before. So here are my floor 3 clears. 535 clears, rank 73. So that's how it was for the first set of floors for the first month. People didn't run it too much. And now we have floor 4. As you can see, a lot more people are running. I'm at 300 runs and it's rank 170. So people are going super ham on this floor, which is kind of surprising. Will it last though? So right now, there's 2 things people are looking forward to. One is the new items and the other is essence crafting their current gear, which is mainly the dragon gear, Midas, stuff like that. And it'll be super good. Like, superior dungeon upgrade will be really amazing. But it's not much better than like some of the pieces we can use. Like a full superior set, top tier for stuff like Berserker, Archer. You can use probably as Mage if you have the right reforge on it. But will dungeons last? So at the rate we're going, we might not even get floor 10 this year. At the rate they release floors, people could probably get level 50 by like the time between floor 8 and 9, or maybe even like by floor 9. And at that point, there is no reason to play it anymore. And that, all in all, like, from there is the updates don't last. Like, I know it took 8 minutes for me to, you know, get to this point, but the updates don't last long enough. And that is my big issue with it, is they need to have content that draws in the player to play and gets them to keep playing. Dungeons won't be that content. None of the content in the game feels that way. Like, none of the new updates really have that pull to want, like, to draw players in and keep them playing. It's more so, I feel like the player forcing themselves to keep playing. Since I don't feel that strong pull. Like, at first in an update, yes, that pull is there. But once you beat it, it's gone. Like, I don't really feel that pull anymore. Besides, like, want to be competitive with other players. But it's just more like being competitive and stuff like that. So I hope when they add new updates, they address this problem. I know there is going to be, they have one update planned, which they're talking about in the dungeon patch notes. So I don't even know if they're going to be able to release all floors this year. Because right now it is almost partway through August, or halfway through August. We just got floor 4 almost 2 weeks ago, this Thursday. When will floor 5 come? So if floor 5 comes, let's say they keep it once a month, come September, then we will maybe get floor 10 by December, maybe January, if that's one a month. Hopefully to do more, but updates need to last longer. Hope you guys enjoyed this rant. That's just mainly my like point of view is I want the updates to last a while, and it's just to me they don't feel like they don't. Now I know as an EndGame player, you might be like, they last a while, I'm having fun, but that's just my thoughts. At the end of the day, you know, each person has what they think about it, and this is what I think. So if you have a different opinion, maybe comment below. This is a really long video today, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys next time. Hopefully we get some good updates soon, or I am going to be very sad. Like, I think Hytale might come out before we get something that lasts us a while. But who knows? Anyway, catch you guys next time. Bye!